Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters. Sisters who've seen it.
Hi, listeners. Welcome to what I am lovingly calling a Thanksgiving appetizer episode. I'm by myself. It's weird. I'm talking to nobody. Well, I'm talking to you guys, but Bridget's not here to make me giggle. We are postponing our, oh my God, I was just going to say Good Will Hunting. That's not the movie we were doing. The Dead Poets Society episode. That'll be out next week. But today, as I mentioned, just a little appetizer for y'all. Just something a little fun, something to listen to as we head into a long holiday weekend. So I'm Katie. And Bridget is missing. And we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. And that's where I repeat again, I'm Katie, and Bridget goes, I'm Bridget. And then I usually say a quote about the movie, but I don't have that, so happy Thanksgiving! Woo! Okay, y'all. So I made 3 top 10 lists for you. And these are, well, there is a theme, okay? And I know when we think of Thanksgiving, we often think of food, thus my little Thanksgiving appetizer on there. But it's also supposed to be a time of, giving thanks. And I don't think we really do much of that either, because the reality is Thanksgiving is a lot about family and all that stuff. So I got 3 lists for you that are going to be kind of ranking some movies that we have already done episodes on, because if you are new, we have done, oh my God, almost 200. We have 268 episodes that have been released. I would say 95, probably more actually than that, percent of these are actual movie reviews. And then sprinkled in are some, fun little things. We have done like reviews of award shows. We did a review about Sundance that we went to, the film festival, and other kind of fun little things like that. So I am giving you strictly movies that we have reviewed for these. And our first category that we're going to be sampling, if you will, is this is a list of the top 10 movies to get you hype about your family. Because, sometimes we don't feel that way about our family. It can be hard sometimes to feel excited about being squished in a room with all these people that we don't have to be squished in a room with. And I'm so sorry if I'm making you sweat right now, but don't panic, okay? Because these movies are just movies that I think will get you hype. So counting down from 10, number 10, I have Practical Magic, okay? Y'all know that one? For us, this was episode 210. I put this one on here. I know if you are familiar with the movie, you might be thinking like, wait, is that a good family? Or did they have a generational curse and then everybody that they fell in love with died from a weird death beetle? That it does happen, okay? But there was a great depiction of sisterhood in this movie. So that's where my brain went with this. They also have 2 cool aunts. So it's a little bit of a fractured family, but I think they do sister relationship really well in that movie. So that should get you hype. If you got a sibling you're looking forward to seeing or connecting with, give this movie a watch. Don't do any spells unless you know what's happening. And yeah, get excited. All right, number 9 on movies to get you hype about your family. I have Elizabethtown, which was a wow, sleeper hit for me. Never in my life had I heard of this movie before Bridget recommended it. And then I ended up watching it twice because Bridget forgot to watch it. And then I had watched it already. And then we watched it together. And I really like this movie. Cameron Crowe, if you're not familiar. For sisters who've seen it, this was episode 224. And the plot of this movie is it's Orlando Bloom is our star, and his father passes away. So he ends up being elected by his family to go see the extended family and get his ashes because he passed away in another state and blah, 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 blah. A lot of traveling. But in terms of family, he's got a quirky family. Susan Sarandon's there. Thank God. She's not playing ping pong, but we can dream. And I felt like they, did a good job of depicting kind of a quirky family, but also showing what a family can look like and kind of how they cope with grief. And I don't consider this a sad movie, if I'm being honest. There's dark shit happening in there. Trigger warning for mentions of suicide, help. But yeah, they just it's pretty upbeat. I'm not going to lie. So highly recommend. There's a great fake movie in this movie about a construction worker. And if you have children that are going crazy, you can play this for them at your Thanksgiving meal. So that'll get you hype about your family. Elizabethtown. Number 8, I have E.T. the Extraterrestrial. The alien is technically not part of the family, but it's okay. And I think, again, I thought of the sibling relationship. This is another movie. These are different ages of siblings than Practical Magic. But we've got the young boy, Elliot, who finds E.T. and he's like the middle child. Shout out middle childs. And then you see the relationship with his older brother who ends up kind of helping him with E.T. You see the younger sister who, doesn't know what's happening, but she's there too. And there is a mom and there's divorce and whatever. But I was thinking of the siblings again with this. I mean, do you think your sibling would help you hide an alien and then ride a bike through a crowd of police officers and then E.T. flies you in the air? Do you think? I don't know. Hopefully. And if not, then maybe talk about that at your Thanksgiving table because that's what siblings should do for you. All right. So that's E.T. the Extraterrestrial. For us, that was episode 91. We reviewed that. Okay. Number 7, movies to get you hyped about your family. The Parent Trap. Yes, we can all agree that the choices made by the parents in this movie weren't maybe the best choices, but we got there in the end. Okay. We did it in the end. And, I like this family again. We've got 2 sisters who kind of don't know their sisters. They find out they're sisters. It's a great day. And then they're all about the family and they get so excited and they all want to live together. And I don't even know how that movie ends. Where do we live? Who quit whose job? We don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. We'll never fucking know. But they love each other. And that's what matters, okay? So that is The Parent Trap, number 7. And for us, we reviewed that. That was episode 243. Check it out. It's a good one. All right, number 6, movies to get you hype about your family. This is a nostalgic happy hour movie we reviewed, which is a movie that's not technically nostalgic, but honestly, it's one of my top fave movies of all time. This is Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. Won a ton of Oscars. The year it came out, very much well deserved. Michelle Yeoh, Ke Kwan. We were just fucking killing it at the awards, and very much well deserved. And if you've seen this movie, it doesn't start out with a very happy, connected, loving family. It's kind of the opposite. And throughout the movie, our, main character kind of starts to develop appreciation and different perspectives and love and caring for her family. And it's done through sci-fi and karate, but it still happens. And if that's what you got to do to get hype about your family is to learn karate and go to other dimensions, maybe do it. You know, you got to do what you got to do in these times. So this is also a movie that makes me cry. So if you're trying to get a little teary-eyed, check this one out. This was episode 134 for us. All right, next on my list is number 5, It's a Wonderful Life. I know it's not Christmas yet, but actually for some of you, you might already have all your Christmas shit out. I feel like I've seen a lot of people doing that lately. So this is a Christmas movie, but you know, it's what the title says, y'all. It's a mofo wonderful life, okay? You go through your life, you meet the love of your life in high school, and then you don't see her for years, and then you get married, and then you have children, and everything's wonderful, but it's not wonderful, but it might be. And there's an angel, and God exists, something. Yeah, okay? I mean, again, let's develop some appreciation for our family. Sometimes we need the angel to come on down and give us the real talk. We can do that for ourselves sometimes, but if you need a little pick-me-up and your heart to get warmed via family shit, yeah, I would check this one out. It's a Wonderful Life. That was episode 224 for us. Next on my list, movies to get you hype about your family. This is number 4, The Little Giants. Giants, help us, God. I say that at any Giants game I go to, because Jesus Christ, help us, God. Little Giants. I know what you're thinking. Katie, those children aren't family. Well, guess who is? Rick Moranis. Okay. And Coach O'Shea as well. I love the depiction of just like the parenting we do, the supporting of the children, or in some cases not, and then we have to learn a lesson. There are a lot of kooky kids. There is football, so if you guys are the type of family who's watching football on Thanksgiving, maybe slip this on and see if anyone can tell the difference. You might not. The annexation of Puerto Rico, okay? I don't know. You could get away with it and just tell them it's the real Giants and Cowboys. Yes, so this was, for us, this was episode 75, and that is a fun one. Bridget and I love The Little Giants, so check that out. All right, number 3 on movies to get you hype about your family. This is a movie that has a great depiction of a family. They're creepy and they're kooky. They're all together ooky. The Addams Family. You want to see a healthy, loving family? Put this movie on. You want to see a couple that's married that loves each other and the man who yearns? Put this fucking movie on, okay? I know they're scary, and this is maybe a Halloween-esque movie, but they love each other. I mean, even though Wednesday is cutting off Pugsley's arm, it's out of love, okay? So I think it's great. They let grandma live with them. I don't know. They have a hand that's like a pet, but they're like not pet. It's their family. I don't know. Check it out. They adopt Uncle Fester even though he was missing for a long time. It's so great. All right? This will get you hype about your family for sure. This was for us episode 68, The Addams Family. All right, we're getting to the end here of this list. Number 2, movies to get you hype about your family. Guys, it's the motherfucking Goofy movie, okay? And I know there's not a large family depicted in this movie. We really mainly have Goofy and his son Max. But the freaking love that Goofy has for his son, I'm sorry, there's nothing to argue with. That is a good father. And there are lessons learned. You know, their relationship goes through some ups and downs and all arounds with the perfect cast, but they get there in the end. And it's not a big family, but some families aren't big. So that's a great one. Great music. Okay. Are you trying to teach your family a song and dance on Thanksgiving? Hello. Put this on. All right. Eye to eye. You know. Another big favorite of our family as well. So this is, yes, the Goofy movie once again. And this was episode 37 of ours. Check that out. Last but not least, the number 1 movie to get you hype about your family that we have reviewed, Little Miss Sunshine. Are you kidding me? When I made this list and then I was like, now I got to put it in order. I knew what was first. I didn't have to go backwards. Like I knew. I was like, oh, Little Miss Sunshine. Absolutely. Yet another movie of a family. This is a larger family. Dysfunctional is, I think, a fair term to use to describe them. But holy hell, does this family frickin' love each other. And do they go through trials and tribulations and, a supportive dance number at the end. They do. Like, I cannot think of any other family of real people that I know in real life that would everybody jump in the same car all together to go to the youngest child's beauty pageant. I have my own feelings about the beauty pageant. So, if I was part of this family, I'd be complaining about it the whole time, but they all do it because this family is full of love and they're not perfect. They're not always nice to each other, but they figure out how to get along and how to better themselves in the end. And this is a little tearjerker too, but it's a very heartwarming movie. Great movie. Check that out. That for us was episode 42. All right, so that was our movies to get you hype about your family. My next little Thanksgiving appetizer for you. This might be less of an appetizer and more of a tequila shot, maybe a vodka shot. This is a top 10 movies to help you deal with your family because I started off soft and gentle. La la, we all love our family. Okay, let's get real. Family can be freaking hard to deal with. So I'm going to give you 10 movies. 10 movies we've reviewed that you can watch to help get yourself in the mindset to deal with your family. If you're going to be stuck with them in a room that's too small and it's too loud and everybody's drinking and nobody agrees on ethics and topics and politics. And yeah, don't worry. I got you. All right. So number 10, our most recent episode, Legally Blonde. Okay. And I know she's not really like having interactions with her family, but Legally Blonde is relevant because you need to learn the law and the legalese. And specifically, I want you to think about the scene where Elle Woods helps Paulette get her dog back. And she doesn't need to say much, but she says enough confusing lingo that really gets the job done. And I think you could use that with your family. If they start to say super racist stuff, whip out legalese. Maybe it's made up legalese. They're not going to know that unless your families are lawyers, and then good luck with that. But listen, I think it's worth a shot, okay? So that is Legally Blonde, which for us was our most recent, episode 268. Next on my list, movies to help you deal with your family. Number 9, I have 8 Mile. Katie, what do you mean? That was a great Oscar award-winning best song movie, but there's not family. How is that going to help me deal with my family? What are you trying to say, Katie? I'll tell you what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say you better learn how to rap and you better learn how to roast. Not the turkey, you family. Okay? Because this is what you're going to need. You are going to need to be able to whip out the most like mic dropping rap that you can think of to shut your stupid family up if they need to be shut up. All right? Clarence's parents had a real nice marriage. That would be weird for you to say to your sibling because that means you're talking about your parents too, but you know what I mean, okay? I just think being able to roast, being able to rap, being able to like take the jabs, let them roll off your shoulders, it's a great skill. And take a page out of Eminem's 8 Mile, all right? That's a great freaking movie, I'll tell you that. And that for us was episode 81. Check it out. Next on my list, movies to help you deal with your family. Number 8, A Bug's Life. I have said this once. I'll say it again and again. This frickin' movie is so relevant. Dare I say, too relevant in this day and age. This animated Pixar movie from the early 2000s, or not even, I think it was the 90s now that I say that. It has frickin' ethics, man. And talking about an oppressive class coming in to take over and, keep down the masses through brute force and strength and gaslighting. Okay. I think you should watch this movie to remind yourself that there's strength in numbers. There's strength in being an upstander. And you might need to do that with your family. So don't ever forget that ants don't serve grasshoppers. It's them who serve you something. And just be ready to make a fake bird and launch it over Thanksgiving table. All right? That's That's what I'm going to say about that. So that is A Bug's Life, episode 251. All right, next on movies to help you deal with your family. I got a little off track with this list. I'm going to preference this right now with this one. Number 7, The Boondock Saints. Don't bring a gun to Thanksgiving. That's not what I'm trying to say with this. But what I am trying to say is perhaps we need to watch this movie before dealing with our family to be reminded again of ethics and morality. And, this could even be a topic if you feel the conversation's going in a really bad direction with your family, which I think is really easy to do for some families. Bring up this movie and say, hey guys, you ever seen the Boondock Saints? What do you think about them killing who they consider bad guys, but without the law and justice? Let's talk about that. And that, again, could go in many directions, but you can always at least bring it back to the plot of the movie, if need be. And maybe the distraction will shut up some of the more annoying family members. It's worth a shot. Pardon the pun. Worth a shot. Okay? Episode 237 for us, The Boondock Saints. Next on my list of movies to help you deal with your family, this is number 6. I got Dogma. Y'all, I love Kevin Smith. Boy, do I. And Dogma's a great movie. Dogma, I don't think is yet available on streaming. It is free on YouTube. We talk about this in our episode, Kevin Smith, and he kind of gives backstory on that. But Dogma's all about religion. And again, we've got ethics, we've got morality, we've got all these topics. So if you've got a very religious family, maybe a way to help yourself deal with it is to tell them, well, when I watched the movie Dogma, I learned that there was a 13th apostle who was a black man, and it might have been Chris Rock. And just envision the pearl clutching. Just envision the, reactions. And giggle. Because that's what we're trying to do. That's how we got to do with the family. We got to try to giggle. Okay? But Dogma's got a lot of really interesting, funny kind of takes on organized religion. It's a good time. If you're from New Jersey, represent. Okay? So check that out. That is episode 244. Next on my list of movies to help you deal with your family, this is a little bit of a cop-out. Number 5, I got The Wizard of Oz. I know Wicked is out, and we all wish we were sitting in theaters watching it, but if you're stuck at home with your family, and they're starting to get loud, obnoxious, or mean, or creepy, or all those other bad adjectives, I guarantee you, if you just change the channel on the TV, this movie's playing somewhere. Okay, I feel like it's Turner Classic Movies is the channel I used to watch it on, but for whatever reason, somebody in the world said every Thanksgiving we're going to play The Wizard of Oz. So it's on TV, it's low stakes, and it can get your mind on Wicked, you can even sing Defying Gravity, screaming at the top of your lungs if you need to. But that, I think, is a lifetime great way to deal with your family, is to just put that freaking movie on. And for us, that was episode 173. All right, next on my list, movies to help you deal with your family. Number 4, The Blair Witch Project. Okay, let me just clarify. This is how my brain went with this. I said to myself, what's a great way to flip the script a la 8 Mile to, make a really not great circumstance a little more fun and colorful. And I thought of just becoming the videographer. I don't know. Maybe you need to turn Thanksgiving dinner into a found footage film. It might be terrifying. You could make an award-winning scary movie that still traumatizes people today and say that it's about a witch. You could do that. If your family asks, why are you filming everything? You could just say you're making a documentary and go from there. And maybe people will see you filming and shut the hell up and they won't get crazy. I don't know. You could also be like, I got to go outside and film, and then just leave. All right. You got to do what you got to do if you need to do it. Okay. That's all I'm saying about that. That can help you deal with your family. Blair Witch Project for us was an early one. That was way back, episode 36. All right, next on my list, movies help you deal with your family. Number 3, Good Will Hunting. If you have tried many other tactics already discussed or others, and they don't work and you leave your family feeling stressed and upset or angry or all those bad feelings, Good Will Hunting is basically therapy in a movie. Therapy is the best, guys. So if you don't already go, you can get a little tiptoe into the world of therapy by watching Good Will Hunting. And it's a little heavy. I'll be honest, therapy's tough. Okay, therapy's not giggle time. Therapy is kind of working things out. And if you need some therapy after dealing with your family, or maybe kind of hype yourself up beforehand, watch this movie and listen to Robin Williams say, it's not your fault. And then you'll know it's not your fault. It's your family's fault on Thanksgiving. All right, that is episode 222. Getting down to this list, number 2 on movies to help you deal with your family, I put Mrs. Doubtfire. You guys, everybody has at least one family member who we don't want to have to see or listen to or whatever around. And whoever that person is, I think this year for Thanksgiving, to help yourself, I think you should do a little mental tactic of envisioning that person who, I'm just assuming they're a man because, I think you should envision that person dressed as Mrs. Doubtfire. And when they speak, if you're really good at imagining, you can imagine their voice sounding like Mrs. Doubtfire. And if they say hi to you for the first time and you want to pick that person immediately be Mrs. Doubtfire, you should say, hello! Put some whipped cream on their face. Whatever you gotta do to lighten the mood, to take away their power over your emotions, I think you should do it. And Mrs. Doubtfire is just a really freaking funny movie too. So give a listen, give a watch, give a like. That is, for us, we did Mrs. Doubtfire back episode 106. Last but not least, number 1, movies to help you deal with your family. This one is absolutely self-explanatory. Guys, it's Dazed and Confused from the best year for movies, 1993. The best way to deal with your family is to be high or under the influence. There's really nothing else for me to say about that. The movie itself is great and fun. It doesn't really have anything to do with family, but everybody's smoking doobies and drinking. And I hope you do that on Thanksgiving. And if you're a person who's sober and I'm offending you with this, I'm sorry. But, maybe you find a different controlled substance that helps you feel elated regardless of the bullshit that's happening all around you. Okay? I wish you all peace for that. Dazed and Confused was episode 61. And that is the top 10 movies to help you deal with your family. Good luck, everybody. Okay, I have a third list for you. This is another little appetizer. This one's probably not as hard to eat or take down. This is a fun little one. This is movies about found family. Because some of us or some of you may not be spending time with your family. Maybe you don't have a family. But everybody has some way, shape, or form a found family. Okay, so these are movies to just kind of reference that. And top 10, starting number 10, I have Remember the Titans. Hoo, ha, 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 hoo. I know you're doing the dance wherever you are listening to this. Remember the Titans. Wow, I mean, you just take all these very polar opposite personalities and you put them on a football team and you put Denzel Washington there and then Hayden Panettiere and it's great. And these people did not really connect at first, but by the end of the movie, they were a freaking team. I'll tell you what, Ryan Gosling's there too, don't forget. Great found family movie, emotional movie, football. Again, is someone watching football on Thanksgiving? Do you want to slip this movie on? I don't know. Check that one out. It's a great movie. We did that a long time ago. That for us was episode 20. Holy moly. Next on my list for movies about found family, I have number 9, The Babysitter's Club. We got preteen girls. They're BFFFF. They do start a club, but it's really a business. But we're going to call it a club because we're kids. And it's a great day. And they're going to help each other study for summer school. They're going to help each other with their deadbeat dads. They're going to help each other do other stuff that kids do. And they love and support each other even though they're not blood related. And that's beautiful. So I think you should check this one out and learn about the brain, the center of the chain. Episode 201 for us when we did that one. All right, number 8 on movies about found family. I have The Muppet Movie. I freaking love the freaking Muppets, y'all. Muppets, I don't think any of them are related to each other. I don't think. So they're found family. What a great example of found family, by the way, in billions of movies together and TV shows. And they just make me giggle. They make me happy. They all love and support each other. They all have their own personalities, but it's great. And reuniting Muppets to then go to Hollywood, something, and then, I don't know. It's a great time. It's fun. It's a road trip. It's loving. Check it out. That was episode 96 for us. Number 7 on movies about found family, Hook. Got a lot of Robin Williams movies now that I think about it. But boy, he knew how to pick them. Hook, y'all. You a little lost boy? Do you not have parents? Are you not going to grow up? Well, then you like Hook, probably. Found family. They are children, except Robin Williams. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, we all just connect and we eat fake food, and Rufio's there too. And it's kind of cute. And he's not immediately adopted into the found family. He kind of has to like use his imagination and earn it and all that shit. But boy, howdy, this is a cute one. Steven Spielberg movie. Classic. Check it out. I don't know what else to say. They have a feast in it too, just like Thanksgiving. So there's that. Okay. Episode 219 is when we did Hook. Number 6 on movies about found family, Crossroads. You guys know Britney Spears? Do you know her? She's not a girl, not yet a woman. Well, she goes on a road trip with 3 friends that are not her friends anymore, but they used to be friends, and they did a little box in the woods and something, and there's a guy there, and then they become family. You know how it's the classic, you're on a road trip, and then you all trauma bond together. That's what we do in this movie, and it's about friendship and self-discovery and realizing that your mom is Kim Cattrall, who abandoned you and doesn't care, and other bad things. But found family and friends and Britney Spears. So support Britney because she's free now and we love her. That for us was episode 88, Crossroads. All right, number 5 on movies about found family. I got D2, The Mighty Ducks. Y'all know the Bash Brothers? Y'all know about the Knuckle Puck? Y'all know about the Flying V? Coach Bombay? Do you know any of this? You better, because this is in D2, The Mighty Ducks, which is a great movie. This was our 1 year, I want to say, episode that we did. Like, I think at the 1 year mark, we did this episode. We freaking love The Mighty Ducks, y'all. Kids being kids. They're on a team. They're working together. New teammates come in because it's the Children Olympics something. And that's even more fun to see. It's great to see kids sticking together. And, you know, we don't know their parents at all ever. Do they exist? Are they orphans playing hockey? We don't know. We don't care. It's a great movie. It's a great time. Inspirational. Winter Olympics, too, coming up. So get yourself in the season, in the spirit. For us, this was episode 54. Number 4 on movies about found family. Guys, I'm sorry. I had to do it. Sex and the City. Okay? Because what other show has had such influence over the years, from the hit HBO series to movie 1 to movie 2 to the spinoff, and Just Like That, which is so bad, but I watched every single episode and I'm sad there won't be more of them. Talk about found family. 4 BFFs, okay? Men come in and out of their lives. In a very brief period, some women came in and out of their lives too, and they always stick together from decades of friendship, and that's kind of beautiful. As much of a train wreck some of them are or have been or can be, it's really beautiful that they have a lovely friendship like that. So I just think you should check it out. That movie also can be a little tearjerkery. All right, that's episode 225. Next on my list of movies about found family, number 3, Free Willy. You thought found family was just for humans? No, you're wrong. Because found family can also be a whale that you meet when you're a little orphan boy in San Diego and nobody wants to adopt you. Oh, we're not in San Diego. We're in, like, where the hell are we? The Northwest? I don't know where we are. He's an orphan and his friend is a whale and his name is Willie and he has to free him. Okay? And it's really beautiful and Michael Jackson sings a song in it. And found family can be your pet. It could be an animal friend you have to rescue from evil billionaires. You know, it's just so common. Great freaking movie. It is a movie on my list to make me cry. So if you need a tear, you need to cry, watch this. But also getting inspired by the love of found family. There's also like adoption too. So that's a little bit, I don't know if we want to consider that found family because by the law, they're kind of family, but you know what I mean. Great movie, Free Willy, episode 205 for us. Check that one out. Number 2 on movies about found family, I have, guys, I had to do it. We can't forget about them. It's the pants. The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Your pants, my pants, her pants, their pants, everybody's pants. The pants are not being washed. They're being drawn on. They're getting fish thrown on them. They're getting ripped. They're stained. It's just the pants. And found family is, again, friendship that, you know, defies countries and, I don't know, states, I suppose, and other shit. So if you're a teenage girl or whatever, hopefully you have a sisterhood like these pants ladies. I hope that for you. I want that for you. That could be your found family this Thanksgiving. And that for us was episode 108. And then, last but not least, the number 1 movie about found family is Matilda. Motherfucking Matilda. Yes, Matilda has a normal family. Well, not normal. She has a biological family that she lives with, Danny DeVito and Rita Wilson. But the real story is her found family. Is her connection with her teacher, Miss Honey. Is her connection with all these little friends at the school. Everybody's getting bullied by Miss Trunchbull, and we're all scared and trauma bonding. And, I mean, found family. Brucey eating an entire cake, and we're all going to cheer for him, found family. Throwing the Trunchbull out of a school by throwing food at her, found family. Helping the girl get thrown over the fence, land safely by her pigtails, found family. All right? Adoption at the end with Miss Honey. Stop it. I can't. I fucking can't. It's a great movie, guys. Matilda. Why are there not more kids named Matilda? Now that I say that. That for us, y'all, was episode 150. And also that was a special episode because our younger sister Mary was on it. And Mary is Matilda. Matilda is Mary. So check that out. And that was my final Thanksgiving appetizer for you, which was the movies about found family. So I hope y'all enjoyed these little lists. I wanted to give you something while we kind of got ourselves together. The holidays are kooky crazy, but we do love you guys and appreciate everyone who listens so much. So we're thankful for you. We're thankful for movies. We're thankful for, you know, giggles and songs and all that great stuff. So I don't really have things to say otherwise that we normally would say, but what I will say is, you know, we're getting into holiday month, so if you have a holiday movie you would like to recommend, put it on our list. We have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com, and on our website you can request a movie. There's a form you can fill out, so if you have a holiday movie, put it on there. It will go on a list. We do look at the list every now and then, and we will do it eventually. But holiday movies might get a little priority because, guys, we've been doing this like years. Like, I'm like, are there Christmas movies left? Are there holiday movies left? There are, but like obscure ones. So give us some recommendations for that. And then on our website, you can also donate money to us. You can donate money. We also have merchandise you can buy on there. There's a lot of fun things on the website. There's ways to contact us. And you want to let me know how your Thanksgiving went? Let me know. Did you watch any of these movies? Did you listen to any of our episodes? Please do. We always appreciate reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts along with some other podcasting apps. Alrighty, I'm like so off script that I'm saying everything out of order like I normally do, but that's the important stuff, y'all, okay? I hope everybody has a lovely, happy Thanksgiving. Pass the cranberry sauce, having mashed potatoes. And make sure you do smoke a joint if you need to, all right? I love you. If you guys do make a Blair Witch documentary about your Thanksgiving experience, please send it to us, sisterswhoseenit@gmail.com. Thank you. I love you. Bye-bye. Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.